I'm Kevin Williams, and I'm on a mission to explain why science matters to motorcyclists via my 60-second science short video series. Machines supposedly demonstrating perpetual motion have been shown off for centuries, and recently I found this bike claimed to be a wind and solar powered electric motorcycle from China. The article said it was not a joke and that it was a real motorcycle powered at least partially by wind and solar energy, thanks to a roof-mounted solar panel and a wind turbine. Well, since it's not got a conventional petrol engine, the wind turbine and solar power would have to contribute 100% to the vehicle's motion, unless the ride is to paddle whilst riding Fred Flintstone style. The bike is said to have a 37 mile/hour top speed and up to 75 miles of range, but with a tiny 30 amp hour battery it's hard to see how the bike could achieve more than a couple of miles without recharging from the solar panel. That's not to say solar power cannot move a motorcycle. Last year a Swedish Kenyan Rome e-motorcycle completed a 6,000 kilometre, that's 3,700 miles, journey from Nairobi to Kenya to Stellenbosch in South Africa, using only solar power. But the solar power charging system was carried in a support vehicle which drove ahead, stopping to charge up spare batteries, so when the bike caught up it could swap to a fresh battery. Not quite the same thing. But what I can tell you is that unless it's charging the bike at a standstill on a windy day, the wind turbine can't create energy from the wind in motion. Here's why. Riding and feeling a headwind, it might be tempting to think a little turbine could harvest that wind for free electricity, but given that the wind comes from the bike's own motion, creating that motion in the first place requires energy to be supplied from the bike's battery. Worse, the turbine creates drag, which has to be overcome by drawing power from the battery. Add in losses due to inefficiencies in the turbine and generator, and the only thing the turbine would achieve is to make the bike less efficient. The turbine is thus a perpetual motion machine, and they always fail thanks to the principle of conservation of energy. You can't get more energy out than you put in, and the second law of thermodynamics tells us that every real machine has friction, heat loss and inefficiencies that sap energy and eventually stop motion. There's a link to a TED talk on the topic below, and I'll leave you with what one of the greatest ever inventors had to say on the topic.